Review our trades for today. Today is Monday, August 28th of 2023, and we did two trades in our main option trading account. First, you see our Verizon trade. So first of all, we bought to close the VZ September 15th, $34 cash secure put options. We rolled it out 1 month to October and down by $1 to the $33 strike price put option, and for that we pocketed 12 cents per share. So we'll look at our charts here, and I'll show you why I decided to roll this down. Now, probably can see it easier here on this weekly chart. Notice that going back to, this is back in early January, so January of this year, about 8 months ago, that at that point Verizon switched from a little bit of a bullish trend to a bearish trend. Since then it's kind of struggling. Every time it gets close to support, it tries to hold it and then it fails. We see that happened again a couple weeks ago as it made a new lower high right here, and it made a, if you count this low back here, then it made a lower low. If you count this one, then it's made a higher low. So overall, though, when it gets close to this green 50 moving average on this daily chart, this bottom left chart, it tends to find resistance either right at it like it did here in July or just above it like it's done over the past several months. So because of that, as it's nearing this green 50 moving average, I decided to go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity to roll the strike price down from 34 down to 33. So now we're in a little bit better position. Looks like we probably will have to go through earnings most likely, but we're in a better position by rolling it down by that $1. The next one is a new ratio spread. We've done several of these over the past several months. So this is a new ratio spread in TROW. So we sold one option and we bought a bunch of other options. So we sold the TROW January 17th of 2025. So we're going out about a year and a half. We sold the at the money 110 call. We received a nice premium of $15.60 per share for that. And then we bought this 140 call. All these are at the same January 2025 expiration date. So we sold the 110, we bought the 140. So that kind of caps our loss. If TROW were to go way up, go way past this 110 strike price, let's just say it went to 200, well, our loss is capped at $30 per share, or since we did one contract, $3,000 minus this $132 that we received for doing this trade. So that capped our loss, but then we bought 6 of the 170 call options. So if TROW were to go way up in price, then those options will give us the potential for a big win. The question is, can that really happen? Well, okay, so we sold the 110 option here, it's at the money. Then we bought the 140 option, which is right in here. So can TROW get there in the next year and a half? I think that's definitely possible. The problem it's going to have initially is fighting through this red 200 moving average on this weekly chart. Notice that a couple weeks ago, or actually about a month and a half ago, it did have a nice advance and hit that moving average and bounced off of it. So now it'll most likely try and take a run for that again if it heads up. So the question is, can it push through it? If it can push through it, then all of a sudden this 140 option comes into play. And if it does it in a relatively short period of time, then these 170 call options that we bought, since we own 6 of them, should go up in value pretty fast. So we have a lot of time on this trade. We're not in a rush here. I like where TROW's at. It recently made a higher low here, made a higher high here. It made a slightly higher low right in here. So overall, weekly chart's looking good. On a long-term trade like this, that's what I'm going to focus on, is more of our weekly chart. I'm going to use the daily for entry, which we did. Had a big decline here. See, it declined from 132 all the way down to around, so that was around 105 or so. It's a pretty nice decline of right at 20%. It appears to be finding support, and so we decided to go ahead and enter this trade. So that's all of our trades for today, and I hope you have a great evening.